Yo ho ho, Don Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of AFC East Roundtable. Once again, it is on the Buffalo Bills channel. And might I say, I am super happy to be hosting this show after a Buffalo Bills win. In fact, I'm pretty sure that every time I've hosted this show, the stars have aligned and the Buffalo Bills have been coming off of a victory. So I haven't been necessarily upset. So, I mean, this is a beautiful thing. As you can see, we have my friends Master at Work and Richie from Jets Media here ready to go. Once again, we're still waiting on TD Finstock. We have no idea where this dude is. We have no idea where he is. He said that he was
week, by the way.
second straight week that dude man has yet to be on this show, but I guarantee you that he will be here within the next couple of minutes, especially with all of the shit we are about to be talking about the Dolphins within this next hour. So here we are, right? We just finished up week 13 and we have a lot to talk about. Things have been getting super interesting. So what I want to do now is I just want to go on ahead and make a let's just say an introduction to the rest of the roundtable. And we'll start off with Tyson himself, Master at Work. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Y'all know who this is, Master at Work. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, Master at Work, Twitter Inc., Master at Work Inc., and Instagram. I know I haven't done an NFL meme time in a month. Like I said, man, I've just been super busy, but I swear by all means, I will drop an NFL meme time tomorrow. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got to say.
Okay. Beautiful thing. Like honestly, like I have certainly been missing NFL meme time, and I'm like,
I know, man. It just takes so much work to put in, bro. And I finally got some time, so it's definitely coming back.
Okay, beautiful. Richie, what's going on?
What's going on, boys? Always a pleasure to be on the AFC East Roundtable. We're definitely missing TD, but I know he'll be in here eventually. And yeah, Jets coming off an insane game. If you guys did not see my reaction to that Henry Ruggs touchdown, make sure you go to my live play-by-play stream and skip all the way to the end because it is comedy. For those of you guys that know my boy Jack, my reaction, his reaction are completely different. So if you guys did not, make sure you check it out because it is hysterical. But yeah, Jets are still without a win. They fired Greg Williams. Adam Gase is still the coach. Gase will be gone. There's a lot to get into in Jets land. And I'm still here 12 weeks straight without a win. So give me some credit, man. I know none of you guys want to hear anything about the Jets, but at least I'm still here supporting my squad. And it's only up from here, right? So you guys know where to find me. Jets Media, Knicks Media, whatever media. Check me out, man. Always a pleasure to be on here.
And so whatever media, there you go. Honestly, Richie, like there's like definitely some questions that I want to ask you once we get into it. But I mean, honestly, Dom Mafia, once again, thank you for tuning in. So once again, I am your host, Dan Mitchell. And might I say, right, this entire season, I've been remaining somewhat humble as far as like Bills victories, some surprising victories, like the victory against the Seahawks. But this past Monday night on Monday Night Football, the one thing that I saw that really has been making me feel that this is the Buffalo Bills year was exclusively the performance that we ended up seeing from Josh Allen. Now, recently today, I ended up dropping a video saying that I believe that Josh Allen is an elite quarterback in the NFL, right? Never said that his entire career, but the performance that this man had against one of the top defenses, minus a couple of injuries, he absolutely was a surgeon. I can't even say that he was a dude that ended up going on ahead and he was picking apart a defense. He was surgically destroying a fantastic defense in the NFL. And if he can continue to do this, this is about to be absolutely absurd. I am super happy about the Buffalo Bills performance, but this is the AFC's roundtable, and we need to figure out what is going on. So what I feel like we're going to do, we're going to go on ahead and we're going to run around the table and sort of have a conversation about how we thought each and every single one of our teams performed this past week. Starting off with Tyson, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Like, I was surprised that you guys ended up dominating the fuck out of the Chargers. They have a fantastic offense. They have a great offense. Like, let's like not even try and bullshit that. But like holding them to 0 points was tremendously super impressive. So like, I mean, like, what were your thoughts on that game this past Sunday?
Listen, man, Patriots are back. I know we're just 6-6. We're finally back at 500. Now, let me just remind you guys, this team was 2-5. Like there was no lights behind me. Like I was completely in the darkness. You know what I mean? This team was dead.
With me.
I proclaimed the Patriots dead after Cam Newton fumbled it against the Bills. And we're sitting here, we won 4 of the last 5 games. Each and every single week they've gotten better. They beat the Ravens. They beat the Cardinals. They went out and beat the Chargers. Now I understand the Chargers ain't a very good team. But to still go out there and skunk them 45-0, Cam Newton only threw for 69 yards. 69 yards. Back-to-back, he has not thrown for 100 yards passing. Do you remember the last time that a team has won back-to-back games by that decisive victory without their quarterback throwing at least 100 yards? 1925, which brings me to my point. The Patriots are starting to reinvent the wheel. They really are. Bill Belichick understands that they can't win with Cam Newton throwing it 40-plus times. They can't win with Cam Newton throwing it for over 300 yards passing like they proved against Seattle. He threw 360 yards against the Texans. They ended up losing. So, and for some reason, like I said, he's 0-10 in his last 10 games when he's thrown for 40-plus passes. The Patriots are running the ball well. They're starting to get a lot out of their special teams. Gunnar Olszewski looks like Julian Edelman reincarnated. Remember, Edelman started off as a kick returner, punt returner. He played that position for 2-3 years. Then they moved him. He played a little corner, and then in his 4th year, that's when they moved him into the slot, and he became the Julian Edelman everybody knows today. This team doesn't have a lot of talent on it, but what they do have is a collective addition of players that play well together, and they're starting to learn on the fly. Jacoby Myers, Demir Bird, a lot of you motherfuckers be like, oh, well, these players wouldn't make a roster on any other team, but with the Patriots, they do. And listen, we're 6-6. We play the Rams tomorrow. I'm guaranteeing it right now. If they beat the Rams tomorrow, who, by the way, is not a scrub team. The Rams are not a scrub team. They have a top 5 rush defense, and the Patriots are top 5 in rush. So if we're going to beat the Rams, Cam Newton's going to have to throw a couple of balls in the air, because I don't think the Rams are going to let us do what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. But as far as this game goes, man, I'm surprised. I'm not surprised that we won. I thought we would win this game. I'm surprised at the level of dominance that they showed against, like I said, Justin Herbert's one of the up-and-coming quarterbacks in this league. We all know Anthony Lynn is a bum, but to beat a team 45-0, really? Again, with the Patriots, not like we're the Chiefs, but 45-0? Like, we've been, like, that was not I can't remember all the other games that happened this season. I don't remember a team losing 45 or 50-0. Maybe it happened to the Jets. Maybe I just don't know. But I've never seen a team dominate another team like that. And the Patriots, like I said last week, they play their best football November, December, January, and February. And I ran the playoff simulator. If the Patriots win out, there is a 95% chance that they make the playoffs. Something would have to do we would have to have another situation where in 2008 when we went 11-5 with Matt Castle and missed the playoffs. That's an anomaly. All these teams that we need to lose, they play against each other, so they pretty much cancel each other out. We're going to beat the Rams. We're going to beat Miami. We're going to beat the Bills, and I'm not even worried about the Jets. If the Patriots can win tomorrow night, I am 100% certain that we might not. We probably won't win the division because Buffalo's going to take care of business. But I promise you, we will get that number 6 or 7 seed. Because if you look at the standings, we got a tiebreak over the Raiders. We got a tiebreak over the Ravens. We got a tiebreak over Miami. And those are all the teams that we need to pass and able to get into the playoffs. If the Patriots do what they did, and plus we're on a short week, by the way, but we're staying in LA. So we played LA, the Chargers, and now and we get to stay in the hotel and prepare for the Rams. That's an advantage for the Patriots. At the end of the day, football is not about how much talent you have, how fast your receiver is, or how great of a quarterback you have. It's all about a collective. It's about how your team plays collectively. And the Patriots are the only team in the NFL that can pull off something like that, where your quarterback's not playing up to par. We have a dominant defense. Gilmore looked better than I've ever seen him last week. You got a solid running game, and that's what the Patriots. If the Patriots are going to make a run, they're going to have to stick to what they do best: take the ball out of Cam Newton's hands, run the ball, play solid defense, and play a short field and play the long game. That's the only way the Patriots have a chance of making a run. And I'm 100% confident if we win tomorrow, the Patriots are going to be in the playoffs. Yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got, man.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Honestly, like
Very interesting.
And so right at this point, man, like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I mean, like I never would have thought that I would wish for the Patriots to be in the playoffs. But like after like speaking with TD for the past like 2 or 3 months, I have never wanted another team besides the Miami Dolphins to make the playoffs, except for the Miami Dolphins.
They won't. They got to play Kansas City. That's an L. There's no way they're beating the Chiefs. And the reason why I say even the Chiefs can't have a bad game because, see, they're fighting for the number 1 seed. And this season, the number 1 seed gets a bye, not the 2nd seed. So they're chasing the Steelers. Right now, the Steelers have a tiebreaker on them. The Kansas City Chiefs can't afford to lose against Miami. So Miami's screwed. They're not winning that game. Then they gotta play us. Then they got the Raiders and the Bills. All pretty damn good teams. All of them playoff teams. Besides us, until we beat them. So listen, Miami season is over with 2 weeks from now. When we go into Miami and we sweep them, the Miami Dolphins are eliminated from playoff contention. It's over with.
Dude, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Richie,
oh, my man.
we have to talk about your game against the Raiders.
Always,
we have to talk about your game against the Raiders. Honestly, and so like I was thinking that you guys were going to win besides that final play call from your defensive coordinator who was ultimately fired the next day. So I mean like I like really need to hear your thoughts on not only like your thought process prior to that last play. So did you think that like you guys were going to win that game, or did you like know that somehow they were going to blow it?
So for those that did watch the game, the Raiders had the ball at the goal line. It was 1st and goal, and they're down by 4 points, and they needed a touchdown to win the game. And this was before that Hail Mary happened. This was like a minute left in the game, or I'm sorry, like two minutes left, and the Raiders need to get in the end zone to win. And the Jets defense, coached by Greg Williams, stopped them 4 straight times. And in that moment, I was like, to be honest, I don't know where my mind was. I was like, because you guys know me, I cannot root against my team. It's not my blood, but I understand it is definitely better for this team for the future to lose for the draft pick. So I'm just so conflicted. I've never been this more conflicted in my entire life. I just was sad. I was happy. I was pumped up. I was depressed. It was just crazy emotions to my brain. So right when we stopped them on 4th down, and we forced a turnover on downs, I really thought we won the game. I'm like, oh my gosh, we just won a game. The Jets just won a game. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to get upset because we missed out on Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to be happy. The Jets are not going to go 0-16. Let's go. And then the Jets get the ball back, and Adam Gase needs a 1st down to win the game. It's all he needs is a 1st down. You win the game. He calls 3 straight terrible runs, which causes us to punt the ball back to the Raiders. And then we all know what happens there. So my argument against the whole Greg Williams tanking is if Greg Williams is tanking, he would have let the Raiders score previously. They had 4 opportunities to score on the goal line. The Jets defense played really good defense to stop the Raiders from getting in the end zone. And then the Hail Mary situation happened, and Greg Williams is known to throw cover 0 blitzes at Hail Mary situations. He's done it in Cleveland. He's done it wherever he's been, and he does it this time, and it bites him in the ass. And I'm not saying it's a good play call by any means. It's a terrible play call. If you are a defensive coordinator and you're putting your undrafted free agent on the fastest player in the league in Henry Ruggs on one-on-one situation with no safety help for a Hail Mary, that is just idiotic. Greg Williams just filled with testosterone and thinks that he's the man. He's like, all right, I'm going to end this game with a sack because I want to like shove it in John Gruden's face that we just defeated you and you guys suck and we just beat you and you guys should be embarrassed. And that's what was Greg Williams' mentality. Completely bit him in the ass. We saw what happened. So when that moment happened, well, the first play before the Henry Ruggs touchdown, Derek Carr threw it up to Aguilar. He was wide open in the end zone, and Derek Carr overthrew him. I'm like, oh my gosh, the Jets almost just blew it, yo. The Jets almost just lost, imagine. And then the next play happened. And then the Henry Ruggs touchdown happened. And I was just, like I said, if you guys want to see my reaction, go check it out. It's on my Twitter and Instagram. It's everywhere. But I was just a loss for words. But besides that play, I just want to talk about the Jets' performance because it was definitely their best game of the season, which is pretty terrible to say. But at the same time, it was Sam Darnold's best performance. He had 2 touchdown passes. He had a rushing touchdown. He did have an interception and 2 fumbles. But it was just good to see Sam Darnold go out there and sling the rock around. He looked more comfortable. He's making the right reads. And overall, the Jets looked like they were a good football team at some points. They had 200 rushing yards on the ground. They were running the ball behind Mekhi Becton the entire time. And it just looked like they were a run-first team. They became a left-handed team, which they should have done in the first place. They should have ran behind Mekhi Becton every single play because when you do that, there's a wide-open hole. Who would have thought that Ty Johnson would have been the first New York Jet running back to rush for over 100 yards under Adam Gase? Pretty insane stat. Ridiculous. So the Jets had 200 yards on the ground because of Mekhi Becton. So I'm taking this game as a positive because we lost and we saw a tremendous performance from Quinn Williams and our young guys. So it was just a lot that happened in this game. And that's really my analysis of the ending of it, really, because it was just crazy, Dan.
Dude, honestly, man, like there was nothing more than I wanted than for the Jets to win that game.
Yeah,
so, like, I was like honestly like wanting them to at least like get like some type of victory, like would have been the cherry on top for the 2020 football season. But I mean, hey, I suppose there's always next week. And so I suppose there's always next week at the end of the day. So, I mean, so as far as the Buffalo Bills and so are concerned, like one thing that makes me the happiest that I have been in a very long time, like honestly, like, I mean, like y'all know, like watching this AFC East roundtable throughout this entire season, I have been relatively humble, right? Like, I mean, like I have been able to admit, like, you know what,
I'll give you that accolade.
Exactly, right? Like, I mean, like, say, for example, that, like, I mean, like, we ended up winning a game and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Like, this is good. But the one thing that is making me absolutely somewhat cocky is just the fact that Josh Allen finally ended up having his game of his career. If anybody can look me in the eye and tell me that Josh Allen is a bust, Josh Allen is inaccurate, Josh Allen wins big games, Josh Allen can't beat great defenses, etc. They either A, don't know shit about fucking football, or they're fucking in denial.
Let's get TD
here. Oh, he is in here, as a matter of fact. My guy, finally.
Hey, look who decided to show
Half
up.
hour later, TD shows up.
First of all, the last I heard was 9:30. So
You said okay when Master at Work
No,
said
bro.
9.
You said, listen, TD, I can look at the DMs, bro. I said I'm down for 9, right? I said I'm down for 9, and you said okay. We can start at 9 if you guys want. Okay, TD.
Bro,
Right after that.
Bro, you can't even read, man. So what you talking about?
It literally says it in our DMs, bro.
Anywho, so you mean to tell me I come 30 minutes late, and the first thing that I hear when I come in here is this Josh Allen apologist
Is elite. He's the best
Oh,
quarterback in the
my
AFCs.
Bro.
He's elite.
Bro, when I saw you make that video to your subscribers about him being elite, I said, Dan done went off the freaking rockers. He trying to sell Josh Allen being elite. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to call a guy elite who's throwing in wide open zone coverage all day. Tell me this man probably had 40 completions and probably 2 of them were contested. 2 of them were probably in tight coverage. And y'all want to sit here and call quarterbacks like that elite. Do me a favor. When you play Pittsburgh, I am going on the record right now. when you play Pittsburgh, and if he has a performance like that versus Pittsburgh, he might as well put his bid in to be the greatest of all time. But
all right, hey, okay,
bro.
And so you're telling me, all right, so get this, because like right during our group chat and stuff like that, like Richie actually called you out. So he was just like, yo, TD, it's like, I mean, you've been talking all day saying that the Buffalo Bills were about to get destroyed by the 49ers. And the second that the opposite happened, Richie said, yo, TD, soon as when the Buffalo Bills completely messed up like your prediction, you automatically started saying that we were about to get destroyed by the Steelers. What is your issue?
How many weeks?
You didn't acknowledge it.
Gonna get destroyed. How many? Hold on.
Every week. Every week.
No. How many weeks have I said y'all would get destroyed by the Steelers? I've been saying that. First of all, the San Francisco 49ers, you all were expected to win that game. I expected you to win that game. I just didn't want you to win that game. That's the difference. I didn't want you to win that game. But it's interesting how Richie, because we're going to get on Richie a little bit today too, in them blowing games. But it's funny how Richie will get on me about being wrong, but Dan and Master at Works have been wrong for the last 4 weeks about the Miami Dolphins. But Richie don't say nothing.
I said you guys were going to win last week.
Bro.
They were wrong about one.
You played the Bengals, bro.
Bro, hold on.
Without Joe Burrow. Stop it. And you barely beat them.
They were wrong about, what was it, the Cardinals game? That was it.
Richie, they were wrong about the 49ers. They were wrong about the Chargers. They were wrong about Arizona. And they were wrong about what's their name, man? The
Jets.
Gosh, man.
The Jets, yeah.
They probably were, Richie. They probably didn't.
No, we weren't, bro. Stop it.
But
Stop
listen,
capping.
I gotta get back to the subject at hand. This guy, Dan Mitchell, done lost his mind, man. He done lost his freaking mind. And so, bro, y'all don't even know. I just literally, I shut my phone off whenever I try to open my YouTube and I see Dan Mitchell making a video about Josh Allen being elite. I just shut my freaking phone off. I said, this man drops back to pass with 5 seconds and he throw into wide open receivers the whole game, and we want to start calling him elite. Bro, are you see any quarterback in the league can throw the wide open receivers if they got 4 or 5 seconds to throw the ball? Now, don't get me wrong. I also praised y'all on my stream. I said, but the one thing I will tell you about Buffalo, at least they're taking care of business and beating the teams they're supposed to beat. And at least if the defense is going to give them wide open guys in the zone, at least Josh Allen is sticking it to them. Okay, I gave him credit for that. But to come out and say he belongs in the conversation of elite because a defense wants to sit there and fold and let him throw the ball all over the field without any resistance, man, you done lost a boy, Dan. You don't know you struck a nerve when I saw you make that video. I said, is he really selling false bids to his people? Oh my God! Wow,
you should know all about that, TD.
Oh yeah,
my God!
Yeah, I should.
You've been selling fake holy water to Dolphins fans for years.
just like y'all gonna make the playoffs now, huh?
We are. We're gonna. We are. And I'm gonna say, because I'm pretty sure you weren't here when I was talking about it. You're not beating Kansas City, and the reason why you're not beating Kansas City because they have to win to get the number 1 seed. That's an L, and then you play us, another L. You aren't winning a game the rest of the season.
You know you lying. If you lie to yourself, you lie to whoever, Master at Works, and that's all.
You know damn well you don't believe you're going to beat Kansas City, man. Stop with that nonsense.
He believes it, Master. You know he believes it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know he believes it.
First of all, I believe it, but you know what? The Chiefs don't even matter, bro. All we got to do is beat you in the Bills.
Oh, so you're already CC, and I caught you right there. I caught you. The Chiefs don't even matter, so you can already say what you're going to say next week.
Nope, we're going to beat the Chiefs. We're going to beat the Chiefs, but the only thing that matters is when we beat the Patriots and we beat the Bills. That is all that matters. Them the only 2 games we got to win to get in the playoffs is y'all 2, and we're going to beat the Raiders too. But anywho, man, listen, Dan. Stop doing that to your people, bro. Stop doing that, bro. Stop. It's gonna come back to bite you. Josh Allen ain't nothing but a Lamar Jackson and a Deshaun Watson. In the biggest moment, what happens?
Those are great quarterbacks. Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, to give Dan credit, you missed the beginning part of Dan. Dan has been the most humble on this entire stream, besides myself, because I've been humble about the Jets' success. But Dan, the Bills have been running this division from the start. And that's not even an argument. That's not a lie. It's a fact. If you looked at the standings for the entire season, the Buffalo Bills have been in first throughout the entire time. And Dan is never coming out here blowing up smoke. And this is his first time I've ever heard him have a hot take. And I think he has every right to say that Josh Allen is elite. If I was in the situation, I'd be doing the same thing.
Hey,
honestly.
You can have a right to say pitch lie. That don't mean they do. You can have whatever right you want to have.
TD, you'd be doing the same thing if Tua was lighting it up, and if
he would. He would be even more obnoxious.
I'll see a live stream. Is Tua top 5 in the league right now? I can already see it.
Is Tua better than Dan Marino?
No. If Tua was lighting it up right now, I would not be going live talking about being an elite quarterback. I would be going live saying that he's the best quarterback in the AFC East.
And so, all right. Honestly, let's go on ahead and let's pull the round table right here. Starting off with Richie, is Josh Allen elite?
He is playing elite. Is he going to be an elite player for the foreseeable future? That is yet to be seen. I think that Josh Allen. Listen, I just feel like the Buffalo Bills are giving Josh Allen everything he needs to be to play well. I saw something on Twitter which blew my mind. Every single playmaker that is around Josh Allen has been acquired in the last 2 years. So that's just the front office understanding. And it's the complete opposite of what the New York Jets did, which gets me really frustrated because I was just watching Sam Darnold rookie highlights. I'm sorry to put this on the Jets real quick. And Sam Darnold looked like an absolute monster. And now he looks like a complete scrub because I hate Adam Gase. But I digress. Josh Allen has been in a very good situation, really good offensive line, really good playmakers, really good play calling, and that is why he's playing well. I'm not taking anything away from Josh Allen because he's lighting it up. But what I will say is, Dan, you have every right to say your quarterback is playing elite because he is putting up numbers for you to back it up.
Beautiful. And so, Tyson, what do you think? Josh Allen elite.
When I saw your title of your video, I was like, I got to click on this. This is what I'm going to say. My stance is this. I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in his division. I can't put him into elite status until I see him do what he did against the 49ers in a playoff game. So you cannot get the elite brand, just like you can't spell elite without Eli Manning. You can't put an elite brand on him until he shows it in a game that actually matters, in a playoff game. If he does it in the playoffs, he's elite. Period. There's no argument against it. You can't use your regular season because we've seen him do it last year in the regular season. You can't do that. You can't put an elite tag on him without having seen him do it when it matters the most, when the chips are all on the table, which he didn't do last year against the Texans.
Facts.
So for him to get to elite label, the official elite, can't spell elite without Eli label, he has to do it in the playoffs. That's where I stand. Do I think he's a franchise quarterback? Yes. Do I think he's the best quarterback in the division? Yes. I can't argue against that. He's made a lot of strides.
Tua is better, bro. Tua is better.
But do I think he's an elite quarterback? I can't put him in that category because then I can start going down the list of a lot of quarterbacks that are good in the regular season but can't prove it when it matters. Like Lamar, running back Jackson, like him.
Fantastic. TD, honestly, I need to give you your soapbox here. Is Josh Allen the best quarterback in the AFC East?
No. Don't change the question, Dan.
Is Josh Allen elite? Is Josh Allen elite?
Thank you.
Is Josh Allen elite?
Y'all see how he conveniently slid the alteration of the question there. So first of all, Master at Works said it best. I love his response. And Richie couldn't even give you a straight answer. Richie, he asked you, is Josh Allen elite? Not if he's playing elite, is he elite? Those are two different questions. So can we just give Richie some final answer before I give you mine real quick? Because I want to make sure that I want to see where everyone is. Josh Allen elite?
Is he elite this second, like this moment?
Is he elite? Yep.
No.
All right. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that.
But do I think he can become elite? Yes.
Nope.
I'm just saying that wasn't the question.
Your answer's already been submitted.
You need to see more than what I've seen.
Dan Mitchell. Josh Allen is a real good quarterback, bro. I am telling you that with the utmost sincerity. I'm not saying that he won't become elite, but he's going to have to do so much more to reach that level. We've seen him in the biggest game, and he flaked out. He's the one that throws the interception. He's the one that has missed his target on the biggest stage. He's the one. And on top of it, I don't grade quarterbacks based off of throwing in wide open zones all day, putting up 400 yards, and we're like, look at the numbers. We've seen this from bum quarterbacks. What did Nick Foles have in the Super Bowl again against Tom Brady, Master at Works?
How many yards?
Yeah, how many did he have?
Threw for like 350 and 3 touchdowns.
No. I thought he had like 500 yards just like Brady in that game. Remember they both?
No, he didn't have that many yards.
Amount? But
he did have a perfect quarterback rating though.
After that game, everybody was saying he got that elite money, right? That's what Josh
Flacco's a perfect example too. Flacco, you got to put Flacco in there.
True.
Flacco.
So Dan Mitchell, this is what I constitute elite. 2 things. Number 1, how do you perform on the biggest stage? That's why I don't say Lamar Jackson is elite. That's why Deshaun ain't elite to me. How you perform on the biggest stage against the best competition. And number 2, how do you perform when you don't have everything around you? How do you perform when you don't have every weapon and a great O-line and everything to your disposal? How do you perform then? Are you carrying the team, or do you have a good team and you're playing good? That's what constitutes elite to me. And you'll find out whether Josh Allen is elite when he gets his next deal. I am a firm believer that you won't know if a quarterback's elite until they're off of their rookie deal, because you know what? They're going to go from making somewhere around $5 million to $45, and then when you take away $40 million worth of talent off that roster, if he's playing big boy football, then we can have that conversation about elite. But
We'll find out this playoffs.
I've seen him without talent around him, and he doesn't look elite. And I've seen him on the biggest stage, and he didn't look elite. So in the end of the day,
I can agree with TD here, because honestly, if the Jets drafted Josh Allen, I don't see Josh Allen doing what he's doing right now in Buffalo.
Hell no.
Oh no. No way.
So I think a lot has to do with his success is the system around him. And that's
Brian
cool to the
Daboll.
Buffalo Bills. Brian Daboll, the offensive line, the playmakers, everything around Josh Allen is fantastic. And that's what's making him look good. So maybe he's just a system quarterback that's playing well. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, you guys are winning football games. So that's how I look at it.
Can we please talk about the Jets? Because I'm really to talk about the Jets. You already said what you had to say against the Jets. We don't need to hear it again. TD,
we got
a $20 donation. You want me?
And so we got a $20 donation here. And so he goes, TD, let's talk about how the Finns only have 1 win this year against teams currently in the playoffs. 3-1 against the last 4 teams with combined 8 wins. What happens next 4 games when Tua has to play from behind?
Well, first off, you're operating under the assumption that we have to play from behind. We might get out and take the lead. We're led by our defense. All right. This team is led by our defense. We don't know. That's honestly a fair question. I know the question was posed to try to stick it to me, but I actually like the question because it's a fair one. It's the same question I had about Buffalo last year when they played 0 playoff teams. Well, they had 1, but it was when Mariota was the quarterback. And I said, how are they going to do whenever they actually play a contender? And they lost right away. So the Miami Dolphins, these 4 games are our test. We don't even know, y'all. The Dolphins fans don't even know. We don't even know our team until these 4 games are over. We come out, listen, even if we come out of this 2-2, we feel a sense of success. 3-1, we really feel success. 4-0, Super Bowl, ain't nothing less. So that's my take on that. So We're not impressed about what we've done so far. We've done what Buffalo did last year, take care of business against the teams we're supposed to. That's it. So now we have to go out and make or break our season in these next 4 games. We'll know who we really are. But great question. Great question. But on to the Jets.
On
you
the
want to go
Jets.
first?
Huh?
Do you want to go first against the Jets? I'll talk about the Jets.
Do we have any?
man,
First of all, do we have any Jets fans in the chat? Because I don't think there's any Jets fans in here.
Bro, they're extinct, bro. They don't
So where are your
they don't wanna
fans
show
at?
up to this, bro.
And so where
I
are
don't
your
blame
fans
them.
at, bro?
They all
So where are your
bro,
fans at, Rich?
It's a lost cause right now, yo. Jets media slacking. Jets everything slacking. We're just whatever. TD,
It's
go
all
off.
good, Richie, man.
Let's hear it.
It's
Go off
it's
on me.
all good. Adam Gase is going to be a better coach for y'all next year. That's number one. He's gonna actually draft the quarterback that he wants in Trevor Lawrence. Y'all are gonna have a turnaround.
Wrong.
You're gonna utilize your draft picks to get better. But what happened Sunday?
False.
What happened Sunday? I don't care what nobody in this world say. I don't care who comes out and says this and says that. They intentionally tried to lose. Why did they intentionally? See, it's not about. Let me tell you something. It ain't about whether the players are playing hard. We all know the players are playing hard. But the Jets said, oh my gosh, the Jags are winning. Let's go win. And they said, Adam Gase, we wanted you to lose all these games, but you're losing so bad that we're starting to feel like you're still a bad coach. We need you to go win this game. Adam Gase said, hold my cup. Adam Gase went out there winning that
He's
game.
trolling everybody. He can't be serious
said,
with this take right now. This is
down,
ridiculous.
they called downstairs and they said, hey, Gase, hold on.
I'm not taking you seriously.
Jacksonville is about to lose now. You proved your point. All right, now you
This all happened, guys. I don't know if you guys know this actually happened.
You proved your point. And he said, and Gase looked over at the defensive coordinator and said, give me your special.
That's
Give me
$250.
your special. and he said
It's rupees. It's rupees.
He sent the zero blitz, and the Jets owner fired the man and sent him a severance check of a few $1 million, the hush money. So that's my take on it. You don't have to believe it, but that is my take on it. Richie don't like it, but that's facts.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, it's time. It's time to get real, man. It's time to get real.
Let's get real.
So I'm going to take you guys back when the Colts tanked for Andrew Luck, and it was just so egregious and just so disgusting that karma was going to get him eventually. Now, the first couple of years, they went to a couple AFC divisional games, then Deflategate bit him in the ass. We took that Super Bowl away from him. And then Andrew Luck decided to call it quits in the middle of a preseason game with all their fans in the stands, and they were throwing shit at him. So here's the thing, right? Jets, what I saw against the Raiders, you play a cover 0. You blitz the house with 13 seconds left, and all you have to do is keep them out of the end zone. They can get to the 20. They can get to the 10. As long as they don't score a touchdown, you win the game. What I saw, the Jets should be docked at first pick of the draft. They should be investigated for malpractice because that is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in this league. The Jets should be absolutely they should be banned from the AFC East. Richie, we should ban you from the round table. I'm being serious, bro. That shit was disgusting. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna tell you something. I was listening to sports radio today, and they were talking about the Jets. And I'm a big believer in karma. I am a huge believer in karma. And what the Jets just did is the karma is gonna beat them. Listen, they might end up getting Trevor Lawrence. He might be a good quarterback, but somewhere down the line, somewhere in the years down the past, the karma is gonna come back like it did against the Colts. You cannot tell me that they did not do that on purpose. You can't be that stupid to play a cover 0 and have one corner with no safety help on Henry Ruggs, who ran a 4.2 in the combine against some no-name cornerback named Lamar Jackson. Really? And you want me to believe that wasn't on purpose? Really? You don't think that Greg Williams didn't get some hush money under the table? Listen, we already know you're not going to be here next year. We're going to do you a favor. We're going to fire your ass. We're going to compensate you financially, and you never speak of this to anyone. Whatever you do, play the most bullshittest call because we can't afford to win. Because had the Jets won that game, had the Jets won, the Jacksonville Jaguars would be sitting at number 1 with Trevor Lawrence. It's obvious. Listen, the Jets played a great game. I watched that game from start to finish. The players wanted to win that game. But you can't tell me that play call. You can't tell me that play call was a tank job. No freaking team in the league would pull some crap like that. I don't care how bad of a defensive coordinator you are. Greg Williams won a Super Bowl through Bounty Gate. You mean to tell me you would bring bring the house blitz with 13 seconds left, and Henry Ruggs is just gonna and not only that, Lamar Jackson, a corner, he should also. I think he got some money under the table from Vegas. He bet something on this game. How the hell do you bite on a double move?
Is it undrafted?
When the whole point is not to let him get behind you? I'm done. I'm done with the Jets. Listen, I was nice this entire season to you guys. I really was. I wanted you to get Trevor Lawrence because I think he was going to be a great quarterback. But you can't tell, like, that's a bad look for the league. It's a bad look.
Didn't they have one? Didn't they have a timeout? Didn't they have one timeout left?
I don't know about that.
The Jets.
I mean, listen, if that was the case, why did the Greg Williams defense shut them down on 4 straight downs at the goal line with a minute left? If that was the case, if that was the case, all right, we want to lose as a purpose. Hey, Greg Williams, just let them score. Why did the Jets play phenomenal defense for 4 straight downs?
Because the Jags were winning.
That's no, that's not.
That is true. The Jags had to go to overtime. Listen, I think the Jags realized, oh shit,
You're
the Jets
talking about
actually
real
freaking
timing. Like no one is like looking at the Jags game while the Jets game's going on. You guys are absolutely
no. That game was going on simultaneously.
I know
on NFL Red Zone, buddy.
Exactly. It's nobody is watching the Jags game while watching the Jets game at the same time when the owners and the front office is doing that. No, you guys. I'm talking about the Jets. Like the people that work for the Jets. You guys sound absolutely insane. Like it's just not. Greg Williams has a history of doing this. He's done it throughout his entire career. If you look up at training camp, Greg Williams got asked from a fan, "Hey, Greg Williams, what's your favorite play call to play?" He said, "All out cover zero blitz." And what do you know? That's the play call that got him fired. He's done it in Cleveland. He's done it everywhere. And at the Rams, he's done it with the Saints. You can dig it up. Dan from the ESPN, he was all over Twitter, calling people out, thinking it's a tank job. He brought up like 10 different examples of Greg Williams doing the same exact thing where it worked, and he was getting glorified. What an insane ballsy play call that worked. They sacked him to end the game. I'll tell you this, if that play call worked and they sacked Derek Carr, Greg Williams would be getting praised. Wow, what an aggressive play call from Greg Williams, because he's done it in the past. He's done it so many times that now that it doesn't work and all the factors are in that the Jets are trying to tank for Trevor Lawrence, people are just blowing it up out of proportion. And yeah, do it because the Jets suck and you guys want to shit on the Jets all you want, but it's just not the truth. They fired him after the game. Everything about the Jets is not – they want to win. Adam Gase was furious. Adam Gase is fighting for his job. If Adam Gase wanted to lose that game, he would have – like Adam Gase is literally fighting for his job. He's not losing on purpose because he understands that he's on the hot seat. Greg Williams did not do that. He's on the hot seat. So I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not buying it. Greg Williams, if he did not have a history of calling the cover zero blitz, then maybe you have a point. But that's who he is. He's an aggressive – egotistical maniac who loves calling those plays in that exact situations. He's done it in the past and he did it again and it bit him in the ass. It was a terrible play call. It's that simple. Everyone's just reading too much into it.
That's why their plan is going to work to perfection. This is exactly why their plan is working to perfection, because they got people believing it.
All right. And so, hey, honestly, guys, week 14 is among us. So I feel like it's appropriate for us to sort of talk about a pregame. Like, what are your thoughts on how our teams can actually beat their opponents? I feel like that we need to start off with TD, and then we'll go to Tyson, and then we'll go to Richie. TD, starting off. So, you have the Chiefs coming up on Sunday. What are your thoughts? How can the Dolphins beat the Kansas City Chiefs?
Most important thing is going to be running the ball. They're third worst in the NFL, giving up 4.8 yards per carry. They just can't stop the run, but for some reason, a lot of teams go away from running the ball because they get behind in the score and they have to pass. So we have to establish the run early on, and if we can find some success against that weak run defense, We can keep Mahomes off the field quite a bit. And again, the last thing we would have to do is not be afraid. Play scary defense. We need to man-to-man, bump and run, send pressure, send the zero blitzes.
Yeah, but you're tanking, bro. What do you mean? Send the zeros.
It's different. We actually
Mahomes is gonna eat you alive.
We actually have the corners though, Richie. That covers. Well, that's why this is the test. You know, everybody can say not on this and that, but 3 guys in our secondary are in the top 5 in rating in their position. You know, a safety and 2 corners. So we'll see how that turns out. But I think that's the game plan. We need to put pressure on Mahomes, flush him out of the pocket, basically cut the field in half when he rolls out one way or the other, and let those corners do their thing. Make him get rid of that ball quick. Play aggressive coverage because it's the Patriot way. They're the only ones that I've seen that play them the right way. They send the pressure and get in the receiver's face. That has always, if you look at any game Mahomes has struggled in, it's the same blueprint. Send pressure, get in the receiver's face, bump and run. When you send the pressure, he has to get rid of the ball quick. So everybody's like, oh, they're going to take the top off with the 50-yard. But if you're sending pressure, he got to get rid of that ball in 2 seconds if you're sending enough. So that's what they need to do. I've seen this story before. The Patriots did it to him in the AFC Championship game. He looked like pure trash in the first half. Flores and Belichick had him looking like trash in the first half.
He scored 0 points in the first half of the AFC.
So they made him look like trash. But for the life of me, what scares me about Flores in that same game with the Patriots, he went into this zone in the second half, and that's why they came back. Easy looks like what Josh Allen did to the 49ers. He's thrown the Kelsey and Hill and them know how to run 8 yards, turn around, catch it, get tackled all day. That is easy work. That is easy work. You need to play man-to-man, and if you get beat, at least you're close so that you can make the tackle right away. But giving cushion against Kansas City, tell me who stopped them giving cushion. Everybody, yeah, but you can't up and run or they'll beat you. They beat you giving them cushion. I'm going with the Patriots way on this. Send pressure, man-to-man, bump and run, make life hard for Mahomes, because when you do that, 2 things got to happen. He got to be perfect passing, and the receiver got to run a perfect route. They're going to make more mistakes doing that than the latter. So those are the keys. Run the ball and don't play scared defense.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And so what about you, Tyson? And so what are your plans?
So we play the Rams tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football, against Sean McVay, who there's a little story. Probably guys already know the story about how pregame in the Super Bowl, Sean McVay goes to Bill Belichick and pretty much kisses the rings, literally kisses the rings, by telling Belichick how he's the greatest of all time and how I'm so honored to coach against you in the Super Bowl. And in the Super Bowl, Belichick wasn't looking at no play sheets. He was letting Flores do all the dirty work. Belichick's job that entire game was looking at, was getting a camera, an eye on McVay, on the little wunderkind over there, and wondering how he was looking, what type of plays he was calling. Like, Belichick was looking at McVay the entire game. Listen, Jared Goff is a trash quarterback. This defense that made Herbert look like Sherbert last week is going to shut down this offense. The only way the Rams beat us tomorrow is because they got a top 5 rushing defense. They do. They got Aaron Donald. They got a lot of great corners over there. The Rams have a legit defense. I'm not worried about their offense whatsoever. There's no more Todd Gurley over there. Cooper Kupp. Ooh, I'm so scared of him. No. The only way we lose this game is if we do what we did against the Texans and put the ball in Cam's hands and make him throw the ball. Keep him under 20 yards pass attempts. Run the ball, and if that doesn't work, then you put the game in Cam's hands if nothing else works. But like I said, man, this game is the biggest game of our season. If we win this game, because the Chiefs already beat the Dolphins, that's a wrap. We play the Dolphins next week. And when we beat the Dolphins, when we sweep them, when we bring out the brooms on them, guess who's in third? And guess who's pretty much out of the playoffs? The Dolphins.
Lies.
Because we would have the tiebreaker. So I'm not worried about this game. We're going to beat them tomorrow. Like I said, the Patriots are going to go 10-6. And even if we don't win the division, I'm not worried about it. We don't hang division banners. We hang Super Bowl banners here in New England. So as long as we get into the playoffs as a 6 or 7 seed, because like I said, I ran the simulator, the Patriots went out. They have a 95% chance of making the playoffs. And even at 9-7, they got a pretty good chance because no one's worried about the Dolphins. We got tiebreakers over the Ravens, the Raiders, and the Dolphins. So I'm not worried about those 3 scrubs. We're making the playoffs, and we're going to make a run. So Rams, just do what you did against us in the 2 Super Bowls. You know, we started our dynasty against you, and we ended the Brady dynasty against you. And tomorrow, we're just gonna do what we always do: smack the shit out of y'all. Next.
Yikes, Richie,
What up?
And so, what does your game look like on Sunday, man?
So we're about to destroy the Seattle Seahawks up until the last second, and then we're gonna call a cover 0 and tank it all over again. We're going to do that for 4 straight games and finish 0-16. In all seriousness, we're going up against the Seattle Seahawks, who just lost to the Giants. So they're going to be hungry, and it's Jamal Adams' return. Even though it's in Seattle, he's going to be going up against his former team. I'm looking at Mekhi Becton to pancake the hell out of Jamal Adams. That's what I hope is going to happen. I still love Jamal. I still root for him. A lot of Jets fans hate him, but I still think he's a good dude, and I love his play style. But in all seriousness, it's not going to be a game that's going to be close. The Seattle Seahawks are going to have vengeance, and Denzel Mims, unfortunately, our promising rookie receiver, is battling with some personal issues. So he had to leave New York, and he's back in Texas, so he might not be playing, which is a big blow to our offense because he is probably our best playmaker. But it's not going to be a game that is going to be close. Like I said again, the Seattle Seahawks are going to be dominating us from start to finish. It's going to be Jamal Adams will probably be having his best game of his career. And I think we're on pace to go 0-16. I was a little worried about the Patriots game at week 17 because if the Patriots were out of the playoffs, I did have a feeling that Bill Belichick was going to lose on purpose. But now that the Patriots are winning and they're in the playoff conversation, they're going to spank the hell out of us. So 0-16 is real, and we are on pace to be the worst team in NFL history. Let's go.
So Richie, you have to root for us now.
I know I am.
You need us to win.
I actually am. Dude,
or at least be not eliminated by the last week of the season.
This year is so crazy. Like I was rooting for the Giants against the Seahawks. I hate the Giants because we own the Seahawks first round pick. So I'm rooting against the Seahawks by any means. I'm rooting for the Patriots for that reason. I'm rooting for all these teams that I don't like. It's such a weird year, bro. It really is.
Wow.
Super weird.
But I need the Patriots to be like week 17. I need the Patriots to win that game in order to be in the playoffs. Because if that's not the case, and I don't want them to fuck us over, Yo.
And so straight up. And so as far as the Buffalo Bills and so are concerned on Sunday Night Football, like right against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm not going to lie to you. Say, for example, that the Steelers were to take care of business and beat the Washington football team this past week, then I would feel a hell of a lot better going into this game.
True.
But they ended up losing to the Washington football team, and I could imagine that the Steelers are very fucking pissed off, and they are taking this game coming on Sunday night very, very, very seriously. Say, for example, that we were facing a Pittsburgh Steelers team that was 100% healthy on the defensive side of the ball, which they are not. They are hurting tremendously. Losing out on Bud Dupree is a terrible loss. And then right on point of a few more key pieces into this defense, it's going to be interesting. One thing that concerns me is the fact that the weather in Buffalo is not going to be ideal. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be super cold. It's supposed to be rainy. And statistically wise, Josh Allen has not done tremendous in 2020 when it comes to like low-key, terrible, let's say, weather conditions. Our run game has not been great this entire damn season, except for I want to say we ended up doing pretty good against the Patriots on the run game, but that's about it.
Yeah, you did.
That is the only game where like we had some type of resemblance of like a solid run game going into it. As far as my predictions for the rest of the season, I did have the Bills pulling off the upset against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the only game I have us losing for the rest of the year is against the New England Patriots. That is the only game that I have us losing, finishing out 12-4. But as far as the Steelers are concerned, I'm hoping that Josh Allen can go on ahead and beat the curse of bad weather and play complimentary football and do it up and make it happen. I am expecting the Bills to win this game on Sunday Night Football. I really, really am. And TD, bad news for you, my friend. If we win this game, and so y'all lose against the Chiefs, and so we beat the Broncos the following week, then we clinch the division. So you better be hoping that we lose against the Steelers.
Uh-oh.
You better be hoping.
If was a fifth, then I'd rather drink wine. All right. So if
TD's not worried, yo. The Dolphins are easily winning the AFC East. Like,
you know why I'm playing with house money? We're supposedly in a rebuild, and we keep it up. We up here in the thick of things. We supposed to be in a rebuild, but Buffalo is established. They finally gotten a team together. They built their team. They built their team, and this is what they are. We're actually in like a first stage of a rebuild, but this is where we are. Oh, I feel good because we're playing with house money, and we are the future of the AFC East.
We'll be there next year.
We still got all these assets in the draft, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. Houston keeps losing, so our draft stock's even getting better. We still got a little money next year. I mean, we all right. I wish I had a cup in my hand right now. We all right. Y'all are the ones that worry.
So you're banking on next season then?
No. I already know what's going to happen this season, but y'all can keep on being doubters. Y'all can keep on living in a delusional, life. But as weeks continue to go on, y'all will see when we beat the Chiefs and Buffalo lose to Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, I gotta go to Amazon. I gotta order me a king hat. I don't eat smoke, but I gotta go give me a cigar. Oh my gosh, man. Next week, whose channel is the AFC Roundtable on next week?
It's on your channel.
Yours.
So you get to come off of an absolute ass whooping by Mahomes and the Chiefs. Congratulations.
Bro, you're talking dyslexic. I can't understand.
And I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna run your channel, bro. Because I'm gonna talk all that good shit about how we're gonna sweep. I'm gonna bring a broom to the AFC's roundtable.
Listen, Master at Works, the way I look at the Patriots right now, it's like, goo, little baby.
You lost to us, bro. You can Google all you want.
Man, look at that.
Dude, yo.
You have never beaten Cam Newton.
Up.
Cam Newton is undefeated against you. Just like Josh Allen is undefeated against you.
Dan needs the floor.
Bro, you mad.
And so, hey, yo, like, honestly, we just got a $50 donation. Someone said something about Brady having no supporting cast earlier. That's wrong. Brady had Gronk, Edelman, and a great defense for a long time. And all quarterbacks need a quality supporting cast. Allen, Tua, Lawrence, and even the greats like Manning and Elway.
A $50 donation.
Thank you for
that.
That is so generous. Thank you.
That is definitely correct, bro. I mean, a lot of people, even me, I'm not saying every quarterback does need a great supporting cast. The problem that I'm talking about is when you're paying them $5 million, when you're paying them $5 million and then you're paying them $45, you got to take away some of that talent around them. So then that's when the real elite ones stand out. That's all I'm saying. So yes, everybody needs talent around them. But the best of the best, they still find a way to get it done whenever you have not as much. You're still going to have some talent on your team. But take your roster right now and subtract it by $45 million. Tell me, like, Dan, where would you take $45 million from your team? And how would you, like go through your salaries, take away $40 million, and how do you feel about your roster then?
Dude, like, honestly, man, like, I'm hoping that the Bills can somehow convince Josh Allen to take his 5th-year extension.
So that's my point exactly.
You want to call him up and find out? No, I'm just playing.
Listen, the only way. Oh no,
funny.
You know what, Master? I'm gonna call it down for real. I'm gonna call it. All right. People don't know what we talking about, do they?
No, they don't need to know what we talking about.
And so we should bring him on.
Gives him another $10. Bills fan, you're the man.
Fucking Bills fans, the man. So I'm gonna take these boys out.
You'll
for
never
some
get no
cocktails.
Patriots donating to no channel because they're cheap as hell, just like our damn owner.
They saving their money for the massage parlor. I get it, man.
I know.
I get it. But
And I feel like I'm gonna
Dan,
take you boys out for some drinks.
Yeah.
So all these donations tonight.
So Dan, y'all can't become a dynasty unless Josh Allen pulls a Brady move. He has to take a pay cut to have better talents around him.
Yeah.
But let's
He's
get
got
real.
to.
That ain't happening in today's NFL.
The
Nobody's
Jets will
taking
be
that
there
pay
next
cut.
year. The Jets will be there next year if we get that
Unless
first pick.
Josh
I'd say
Allen
3
marries a
years.
supermodel worth like
I'll tell you this: if
like
Trevor
$500
Lawrence
million.
is the Jet,
True.
if Trevor Lawrence is a Jet, we're competing next year. You heard it
You
here first.
should. You should. You got
You
money to
should.
put talent
After
around.
what y'all did, y'all better
And-
get Trevor Lawrence.
And if Adam Gase is gone, that's obviously part of it. And wait, we didn't even talk about this. The Bill Cowher rumors. Anybody hear about that?
Cowher
Don't
coming
do it,
back
bro.
for the Jets.
I'm letting you know, don't do it. He's been out of football for 15 years.
We need a
Don't
guy
do it.
like him. If there's anybody I want to be
Bill
a head
Cowher?
coach, I need someone to be a CEO type of guy that's old school, bring in a nice young coordinators underneath him, and then somebody will take the throne. Hopefully there's an offensive coordinator under him who can be the head coach eventually. But obviously it's rumors. I'm taking it with a grain of salt.
I
But
don't think Bill
But-
Cowher will.
what I take from that real quick, because I know we're at an hour, is that the New York Jets will be the number one most attractive head coach position if they land that first pick. If Bill Cowher is already saying he's interested to come out of retirement for that, it's the fact. There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to need head coaches, and the Jets, if they get that first pick and Trevor Lawrence is there, they're easily going to be the most hot destination to go to.
Matt
That's more than a
Patricia.
hot take.
Bill Cowher
Patricia.
Bill Cowher's not going to want to be an assistant, Richie.
Oh no, he's going to be head coach. I'm saying he brings in
No,
assistants.
he'll be Gates' assistant.
Oh
But,
yeah, all right, TD. All right, yeah.
You'll
Bill
come to find
Cowher.
this to be true.
Of the dynasty, Adam Gase is gone. Trevor Lawrence. Okay, listen, I don't even really want to talk about Trevor Lawrence because I'm still not convinced that he's coming a Jet. I'm like the only Jet fan that's not saying it because I don't want to be set up for disappointment. Because we saw what happened last week. It could happen. Who knows? We're going to beat the Seattle
Give us
Seahawks.
Sam Darnold. We'll fix him.
I honestly think he would thrive on the Patriots. I'm rooting for Sam wherever he goes. I really hope it's not the Patriots. I want to root for him. And
I want Sam Darnold.
I would want Sam Darnold. If I was a Patriots fan, I would want him too. But the Jets ruined the hell out of that kid.
I'll take Carson Wentz too.
And so, hey guys, listen, like we just ended up surpassing the hour. So what I want to do now is I just sort of want to go around the table and so let everybody know what's going on your specific channels. First off, I do want to say we have 541 people watching this shit right now,
Woo, 500
which is insane.
people.
I
Make
think
sure you
this
smash
might,
that like button if you guys are not already.
and so I think that this might be a record for the AFC's roundtable. I think this might be a record.
Wow.
Don Mafia and whoever is watching this shit, make sure you subscribe to each and every single one of their channels. Their links are in my description, so you do not miss a single AFC East roundtable for the rest of the season. Like we love doing the show, etc. But I do want to go around the table and so let everybody know what they're doing right on their channel for the rest of the week, starting off with Richie.
Yeah, so you guys know where to find me. Jets Media. If you want to come watch me be depressed during Jets games, I'm live during every single one. It's always a fun time. I appreciate every single Dolphins, Bills, and Patriots fan. You guys always show my channel support. I know we're rivals, but at the end of the day, we all love football, and you show me tremendous support. So I love all of you guys. And Bill Cowher, Trevor Lawrence taking over the AFC East. You heard it here first. Dan, love you. TD, Master at Work, love all you guys. Always a pleasure.
Beautiful. So what about you, Tyson?
I'm just happy, Richie, you took
And I want to say meme time.
I'm happy that you took the NY out of the Jets media because you don't play in New York, you play in New Jersey. But y'all know who this is, Master at Work. Y'all can find me on my channel. Listen, man, I haven't been able to do NFL meme time in a month, man. I just had so much stuff going on in my life with my job and stuff like that. But I'm bringing it back tomorrow, and it's going to be here for the remainder of the season all the way to the Super Bowl. So anybody where the hell is NFL meme time? Check it out. And if you guys want the best content, Patriots related, even if you're not a Patriots fan, I'm a trash talker. So check out my last video when we beat the brakes off the Chargers, and watch out for tomorrow when we beat the Rams, and get ready for that. Get ready for the playoffs, man. It's another Patriots playoff run coming.
Beautiful. And so TD, what's up?
This TD's Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all check me out on the YouTube channel. We also have a family ball channel, the Dow Family. So go check that out as well. It's picking up some steam. I think we're about almost 500 subscribers in a week, so that's pretty cool. Also, Buffalo Bills fans, when you come to the Dolphin stream every Sunday during our game, we want you there. But when we start winning the game, don't disappear. Stay. Don't come saying you're down by 10. Oh, y'all suck. And then when we're winning, you disappear. Stick around. Stay. Okay? So I just wanted to say that because when we beat the Chiefs, I hope you stay with us because we're going to be all in Bills Mafia on Sunday night when we are tied in the division during the Steelers game. Bills Mafia will be flooded by the Miami Dolphin fans. We're coming, we're staying, and we're coming in droves, baby. And this is the game where we get to add insult to your injury. Dan's going to be blocking us. We already know. We've already talked about it on the channel. We're going over with intention to get blocked, okay? Because y'all are going to lose. But anyway, I ain't going to keep going there, man. But I love y'all, man. This is always – everybody loves the AFC East Roundtable on the channel. They're talking all day, all the time. When is the AFC Roundtable?
The good thing is this is the most exciting AFC East division race we've probably ever had.
In a long
at least the last 20 years.
Just wait till I can have a say in this because this sucked for me because I can't say shit. Next year, when it's December and the Jets are about to win the division, I'm gonna be. You'll see. You'll see.
And so
let me have some hot takes for once, guys. Let me be delusional, okay? I miss
sure,
it.
Richie.
I'm allowed to, right, guys? I'm allowed
Holy
to.
Shit. And so, hey, Del Mavia, first off, so I know that TD live streams his reaction, and so does Richie. Tyson, what about you? And so, you live stream your reaction, or you don't?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, sick. So, Down Mafia, I highly recommend tuning in to every single one of their live stream game reactions because I know that Bills fans enjoy watching my reactions, and Dolphins fans, surprisingly, they dominate my live chat during every single game that I ever
AFC East dominate my live chat, to be honest.
Dude, honestly, they just love talking shit to me, but the second that the Bills start playing good, they disappear. So, I highly recommend tuning into every single one of our live streams during the games because they are beautiful. I highly recommend going in there. And you could talk shit.
You have 10,000 people in this damn stream. What the hell?
10,000.
Get all these people at, bro.
Doing their
You're like a damn church choir in there, bro. We have a sermon and all types of stuff in that damn stream.
Exactly. So I highly recommend that you do. I am going to be live streaming my Sunday night reaction against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I already know that Dolphins fans are going to be in there regardless, just to troll me. Some Bills fans, I'm hoping that you are in there as well. But I highly recommend joining Richie and Tyson's, a.k.a. Master at Work's, ready to go live stream regardless. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. Next week, I believe it's going to be on TD's channel, right?
Yep.
Sick. So, so Bills fans, subscribe to everybody here and never miss another episode of the AFC East Roundtable. And above all else, before I let you go,
Jets
always
up.
remember,
Jet up.